When people judge you like that, it affects their way they work and the way they treat you. Just like if you go into a store and you look like you ain't got no money, it's sad to say, but salespeople treat you like that, like you ain't got no money and they don't even know what's up. Or you look like you got money and they treat you like they can get over on you because they think you got a lot of money. So it just all depends on who you end up working with. This is why I don't like salespeople. And the thing of it is, nowadays at the shops now, they get commissions too. So it's just like they're salesmen in a sense now. So it's like hard for me to trust a lot of people. So I end up doing a lot of stuff myself. But it's just like, I don't want to get ripped off. You know what I'm saying? I understand everything's a business. Everybody got to make money. But at the end of the day, we can all win. You just ain't got to rip me off. I want to be able to come back. Don't burn me so I can't afford to come back every time there's something wrong. You know, so that's the problem with the world now. Everybody want to be stingy and greedy and take the most out of people in every transaction, which I don't think is necessary. That's just me. So I'm out of breath, I think, because it's so cold in here. You see that right there? You can open the trunk, you slide your foot under that joint. I like to know where people stand so I know how to treat you accordingly.
Baby trying to do it, I'm just doing me. I be working hard and he just want it free.
Be competitive with yourself. Hey, what's going on? It's Jsean for another, well, it is a pickup, you know what I'm saying? But I kind of want to talk about something really quick. Well, I always keep saying it's quick, but it's never quick. So if you watched any of my intros or the intro on the videos or in the how-to reviews, which it was before, you'll see that there was a 2016 model Tahoe, black. It was black and chrome, and then it had the brush wheels, and then it ended up turning into all blacked out. I wanted to, being that previous model owner, I wanted to share what the new model's like, right? Coming from that perspective. So now they got the 21 body style. I really liked it at first, and then I was a little hesitant, not thinking it was something I was really worried about. I liked it. It did make me feel like the previous model started looking older, outdated, which I always end up thinking with stuff like that. This one is fresh off the lot, 2022, and it's still slightly different in some ways than the 21s, but maybe not in the outside. But in the interior, there's some different features and stuff like that. But I'm gonna mainly focus on how it's different from the 2016. So as you can see, you got the all black. Let me turn this around. All black and chrome. For me, the all blackout look really good. It just has more of a sleek, stealthy look. And now I feel like I wanna keep the chrome and the brushed up top. It's brushed right there. I feel like it plays really well with these wheels. These are 26-inch rims, they're not 28s. It says a little chrome strip right there. So let me just tell you something about this before we begin. If you want to save a little bit of money, maybe like a couple $1,000s or more, if you get one and you want to change the wheels to something else, or unless you want RST wheels, which is originally what we're aiming for, but the RST that we saw, and if you don't know what that is, it's basically a blackout package, which I could technically do myself, black that out. Some of the interior stitching is a little bit different, but it's nothing to me that I really care that much about, to be honest with you. Because the last Tahoe, I got a custom interior put in, two-tone, burgundy and black. But with that being said, the RST package is only different in that way, at least the ones that I saw. It wasn't nothing else in it. It's actually missing features that this one has, right? This is an LT, but it has like, I think it's the luxury package on it, so it has a few extra things on it. But back to the wheels. If you look at this right here, these brake calipers are quite a bit bigger than your normal calipers that you'll find on a Tahoe. At least the generation that I'm used to. They kind of look like they're only 2-piston, I believe, but they're kind of larger, basically kind of like Brembo style brakes, performance brakes. It's a larger caliper. They poke out a bit more. So the 26s that I previously had, if you look at this, how it indents here and it bubbles out like this, my other ones were concave also, but when it went out, it went all the way down like this. And the way that this curved in is like inward like this and poked out. it was hitting the caliper. So this little hump right here helps clear the caliper. So I don't need spacers or nothing like that. Excuse me, it's cold in here. These are 305 3026s. These are actually Lionhearts. I had like Sony tires, I had Delente tires and all this other stuff. Factory upgrade that you can do. See, this has the chrome on the bumper. And in my experience, when I blacked out my last wheels, I slowly started deleting the chrome because I personally don't like black wheels and then it's all chrome up here. Just it looks okay, but it looks like something's off. I feel like this plays a lot better. It flows a lot better. It looks a little classy to me. Now, if you don't think so, this is just not the style for you. People who think that this is too much, they're not gonna care if these are chrome, if they're black, if they're brushed. They're not gonna care if they're 24s. They're gonna think it's too big. That's just your style and your preference. That's cool with me. It's not a big deal. For me, I like it. It rides the same. I've had wheels for many, many years, 26s, on many different vehicles, and many different wheels on those same vehicles, and I never had problems. You get accustomed to driving a certain type of way. With the suspension on this vehicle, it has an independent rear suspension, so it's a little more comfortable in the ride. It just feels comfortable, more comfortable in general compared to the 16, at least the one that I had. So I had the illuminated bow tie. I call it the glow tie. I had that before, but I blacked out the entire bow tie in the back on the last one because when I started blacking things out, it didn't look like chrome belonged on it. And I don't know, but I remember mine, my edges where it glows, I remember mine being more clear. This looks more smoked. I'm still cool with that. I love the headlights. I like this. It's cool that it has this vent right here because it's actually a real vent. And I guess that's to help cool the brakes down or something like that. But with that being said, let me just keep walking through this. These do have the touch button to unlock it. Here's the interior. I don't know why this looks dirty right here. Let me see, I can't see on my lens. Let me just show you the details. This is nice. I would say compared to the previous body style that I had, this feels a lot more on the luxury side. It's why I'm okay with the brushed and all that. I don't do chrome, but the brush right here, I think it plays well. You see you got the plate right here. If you can see here, this is actually brushed too. If you follow any of my other videos with the truck, you'll see that I had to replace this on the old one, but there was a gasket. There's a hole here that I believe is a release hole or relief hole, where on the previous model, it was up here and water got stuck in it and it would start messing stuff up. So one upgrade that I am gonna do is get the factory pedals, kind of like my AMG style pedals on the Mercedes. But they want like $100 something. I don't know why they cost that much. These I added, everything I'm adding is factory. These are like all weather mats, kind of like the other two brands. I can't remember the name off the top of my head for some reason, WeatherTech and the other one. But I had the Chevy versions also before. But one thing I like about these that are different is it follows the seam here. So the ones that I had on the 16 model, this flap comes all the way out here, and sometimes, and it would basically, this fits underneath the door when you close it. And sometimes if somebody moved the mat a little bit, it would push the thing over, and when you open the door, it'll be wrinkled up. If you give it some time, it'll end up flattening out, but I just didn't like that. This joint, if you can see, got the bows. You got extra pockets here compared to the previous model. This one has some nice features in it. One thing I'm missing that I really wanted was heads-up display. It doesn't have that, and it doesn't have the entertainment system in it. My last one had the DVD player, etc. This has modes now, like sport mode. It wasn't on there before. The lights, 360 camera, which I really like. There's this push button parking brake. This is the turn on one of your sockets. This has a lane assist thing, where it's basically if you fall off the track when you're driving, it'll push it back in. You'll feel the steering wheel kind of like fight against itself. I kind of don't like that because there are times where you may not use your turn signal. If you use your turn signal, it won't work. But if you don't have your turn signal on, it'll force you back in the lane, which might cause an incident, in my opinion. This is just parking sensors, traction control, but the 360 camera I really like. I'm kind of out of breath for some reason. This does have heated steering wheel, which is a must-have. It's in the Mercedes also. Leather. It looks kind of grayish, but it's actually black. These are like, these lights here, you just tap them and they touch. This doesn't have the safe in here, and this one doesn't slide back, but some of these, the whole console slides back. This one doesn't. Very big. Let me see. I wish I had the fold out step bars too. But as you can see here, I don't know what's in here. It's my dash cam from my other joint. But here's all my paperwork. Pretty big. Got USB and USB-C. Got a light here now. This actually, man, out of all the cars, these charging pads never can charge my phone. I got a 13 Max, but look, well, I gotta kind of center it. The camera's so big on this phone that I think it's hard for it to line up sometimes. Hold on, I don't remember where I gotta put it. Oh, I'm stupid. The car ain't on. All right, this thing right here is a little weird. I don't know why they put that there, but it's like a little slot. What I did like on my other model is that you hit a button and the screen goes up. One thing that's cool about this though, I like how it looks. It just looks like elegant. You know what I'm saying? Still got the tag over there. Still got that mat. I added this seat cushion cover only because I just wanted to protect the seat. Nothing special. One thing I really like about this joint though, one thing I don't like though is these roller wheels. Because when I drive sometimes I hit it and I'm changing the menus on the screen. Because if you don't know, it's all digital now. The 2021 is not digital. I think maybe if you got a certain version, it might be, but I don't think all the models are not digital. In the new 2022, anything LT and above, it comes with a digital screen. Let me just hit the push start right here. I can't start the car because I got the garage door open. Can I start it? Yeah, I don't want to start it. There you go. Brand new, fresh off the lot. 145 miles. We got it with only 6. Sorry, this thing's annoying. Let me close the door. You can change all the screens on it. You see it just started CarPlay and it's charging my phone. I don't know if you can see, I'm just doing it real quick. It already connected super quick, which I like. I do feel like CarPlay and this whole setup is a little more confusing. Now you get maps automatically. Google Maps, you can sign in with Google, all that stuff, which is cool, but I didn't have, I thought it was more simple before, you know what I'm saying? And I did add a glass screen protector, which you don't need to do. I never done it with any of my vehicles, but I just did it for here. I don't know why, maybe because it's brand new. I do got to figure out how to do my tire pressure since I changed my wheels. Yeah, so you can change all these screens. You can put it in sport mode, all that different stuff I was telling you about. This is not the 6.2. It's only a 5.3. I never drove a 6.2, but honestly, now when I think about it, if they were readily available, I would have probably preferred the 6.2. It's not too much more, but as far as interior, it is dark in here. It's hard to see. This thing right here, I thought was a heads-up display originally, but this has a sensor where if you get a certain distance, which you can change how close or how far you want. It's this button right here. It'll show a meter on here. It won't do it while the car's off. And it'll give you a certain distance. If you're not applying the brake within that distance where it senses another car, this thing flashes red and it reflects off the glass, and it's kind of just like a warning, which is kind of cool. Still got the power folding mirrors. It got the puddle lights on here. Like I said, I really like the 360 camera. I think it's dope. Let me open these out real quick. Let me see if this camera's gonna work. I don't want to start the car. You know what? I am gonna start the car because I'm gonna open the garage a little bit. And it has that too. I stopped the garage. I just don't want to carbon monoxide myself, you know what I'm saying? You see how that joint moving? So check out the camera. I'm gonna hit the button. Look, you can see The top view, it's like a satellite view, left, right, all that. You can even change this. Focus on the back, go to the front. You can zoom in that joint, which is pretty dope. You can do the sides, trailer hitch, all that good stuff. It's pretty dope. Yeah, so I do like how you can do that. That's that front view. I really like the front view. See, now I forgot how to get it, how I had it. Okay. All right, there you go. This is the view I like. Yeah, I still got the stickers on here, the covers, you know what I mean? The new tags, it feels fresh. See how everything's illuminating. Got this nice brush right here, or metal, or whatever. I don't know, it's probably plastic actually. I think it's pretty dope. Let me turn this off though, because I still don't feel comfortable. The other one, I think you can get upgraded where this is a digital screen also, which this is not. One thing that I think is super dope on this vehicle is our Mercedes. You can put your foot and open the trunk. This one has something similar, but it's a, I don't want to open it by accident and hit my wall. You see that right there? You can open the trunk, you slide your foot under that joint, which is pretty nice. Ooh, let me get in here. I also have this set up automatically where the mirrors are gonna close, and I have it where it automatically locks. If I have my keys on me and I get it like 3 feet away, it's automatically gonna lock. So I never have to lock the car again. If I leave the keys in there, it shouldn't lock, but yeah. So I'm gonna unlock it again. This is the back. Same bows, same stuff here. One thing I really like about this, see I got the mats everywhere. One thing I like about this though, for sure, you can hit this button right here from being in the back seat and this will fall down. I believe if you hit it again, it's gonna pop open. Excuse me, pop open. This right here, if you're sitting in the chair, you pull it up and slide it front and back. This one is if you want to do it manually. But yeah, why do you want to do it manually if you don't got to? One thing they did make a lot bigger or better, and these have heated seats also in the second row. One thing they made better in here is this back seat. I had a bench seat before and I hated it. This right here, man, let me just tell you, it's way more roomy back here than the previous model. Like, I'm talking about way more roomy. You got the USB-C here. It's pretty dark in here, so it's gonna be hard to see. You got the USB-C here, which is nice. Got that button. You have way more room back here. I'm talking about my head ain't hitting the ceiling, none of that. Now I have the mat. I had to buy this net separately. I don't know if you can see it. This mat on the ground. You even have a mat on the back, if you can see this. You got all them buttons right there. It might be too dark, but basically I can drop the rear seats. I can drop the second row seats, and from the front, I can even drop the third row seats also with a button, which is pretty dope. I don't think I need to show y'all that, but one thing I do want to show y'all that I forgot, let me hit this button, is this. This is the buttons right here. See the ones blinking? But this is what I like. They give you 3 separate buttons: tilt, slide, but look. Oh shit. I gotta start the car again. Damn, it's crazy. Hold on. And I did already tint this. What I did is, I don't like the factory tint because it's too light. What happens is you can see through it. And the thing of it is, my last one, I forgot how I did it, but I think I did my back window a little bit darker, and I did the sides 35 on top of the 20, which I think makes it 15, but you can still kind of see through it. I only made my fronts here 25. The thing of it is, even 35 on factory glass is illegal. It's gonna register higher than where my state is, right? But it is lighter compared to the back windows. But when you have something that is 2 different shades that's obvious, it gives the appearance that the front is a lot lighter than the back. So with that being said, in the future, I may make it 20 or even 15 to blend a little bit better. But for me, especially having wheels and stuff like that, I kind of rather have it where it looks like it's a lot lighter than the back, even though it's still illegal, but it's going to give the appearance that it's a lot lighter tint because how black it is in the other parts of the car. And it's really not that black. You can still see through it. But again, people just don't, I don't try to give people reasons, because some people just gonna hate. Some people just gonna try to find something wrong. And yeah, it does have the telescoping wheel. The controls on the back like the 16. Yeah, let me do this for y'all real quick. This roof is crazy. Let's see. Oh, look at this. It's like one, the way it transitions, like it's one screen. That's hard. Let me open this garage door again so I can start the car. All right, so let me start this car. It has so many alerts in here that let you know something's missing, or something ain't right or whatever. It's kind of crazy and annoying at the same time. This can let you do like how much you want the trunk to open up. I have it at max. You can do it 3/4 or just off. These are the back seats. Yeah, but this is what I really like. This right here, I'm not 100% sure, but I haven't hit it yet. I think it has something to do with your memory seats or something like that. It does have memory seats, as you would expect. But check this joint out. Oops, wrong way. Is that a sunroof? Is it? Oh, it's gonna keep going. Super hard. I mess with that. Super heavy. Now, this part of the glass in front of this black line, it does tilt and pull back, but not that one. But I just love the roof. This is why I also thought I could have got darker tint, because if I wanted, I do this with the Benz. The Benz is actually only 15%, but I got ceramic tint. I got ceramic tint in 15 because they didn't have the 20 that I was looking for. And the only reason I went with a darker, somewhat darker tint is because I have, it's the whole play is white and has a black factory roof, the night package and all that. So it wouldn't look right having a dark black roof, dark black mirrors, and then having light blackish see-through-ish tint. I wanted it all black, you know what I mean? So I felt like that made more sense. Let me turn this car off. I don't play with the whole carbon monoxide nonsense. I should have just left this open so you could see me better. Let me see. How dark am I gonna get? Yeah, I'm going in the shade. So, and it has little Bose speakers in the far corners too. And one thing I like really good about this is that they made the trunk space bigger too, by like, I think like 6 or 7, 8 inches, something like that. Oh, and another thing that's cool, I'm about to drop my mic, hold up. The other thing that's cool is that on my other Tahoe, so the Tahoe body on my 16, I think it started at 15, something like that, and it ended in, I think, 2020. I added these lights, these little foot lights. You see how my hands lighting up? I mean, you can't change. I could change the colors on mine before, you know what I mean? So I had them where it would go to the music, all that stuff, but I added it. These are lit up on both sides. But one thing is cool, because I added it on the 16 body. It's lit up here too, so you can see your feet. This is actually cool just for aesthetics, but what I like about it is it lights your feet up, so if you drop something on the floor, it's easy to see, which I think is dope. Yeah, so you see the controls back here, the heated seats. This is only for, I think, your bottom over here, but in the front you can do bottom and back. USB-Cs, which is dope. I wish I had, and there's a plug, I really wish I had the entertainment system though, where it puts the monitors back here. You put your PlayStation, your Apple TV, and all that good stuff. I think that's hard. Not sure what this strap is for, no idea. But yeah, leather's not too bad, everything's good. I like it. I actually like it a lot. And it's cold as I don't know what in here. Yeah, so I may throw clips in when I was first doing things, changing the wheels and doing all other stuff, because a lot going on. You see how it just locked on its own and it's closing up? Yeah. And one thing about me, I feel like your car is like your identity in a sense, the way you dress, your style, the way you do your car, how you tint it, how you paint it, how you wrap it, what kind of wheels you put on it, all that different stuff is like a reflection of your personality. One thing about having big wheels, my experience, I caught up people on my dash cam plenty of times talking reckless about you can just tell it's not their style. I see people who are on the opposite side of that, who like off-road tires, big wheel packages as far as big thick tires. These are the opposite, big rims, rubber bands, right? They're not super skinny though. I mean, to somebody who don't understand this part of it, they're gonna think anything's big, like I said, or too big past 22. Some people think 22s are too big and the ride's horrible. I don't know. In my experience and all the stuff that I did, it's not an issue and I don't have no problems. When people have these off-road packages, they're not even going off-road. It's like nobody's saying nothing. They're doing it for looks and aesthetics or something they like. Now, I will say, people who generally like big wheels are starting to go for the performance stuff when they weren't into it before. And some people who are into performance vehicles are actually starting to accept big wheels, you know, so it's cool. So the 16 I had a cold air intake. I had a Corsa Sport catback exhaust. I was gonna put headers in it. I was in the process of getting a Whipple supercharger put in it, and I'm glad I didn't now because I ended up getting rid of it. But this one, I feel like it's much more quiet in comparison. It's a smoother ride. It feels more like on an Escalade tip, even though I know Escalade is on another higher level, but it's just like, I feel like it's a step up in that sense as far as luxury wise. It just feels nicer than what I came off of. Now, my next step will be getting new body Escalade, where I think they come with 6.2 liters, all of them. And the luxury package is on a different level. The price range is a bit higher. I think you can get a entry level, but you got to remember Escalade entry level is still luxury, but the entry level Escalade is, I think, the price of the high country or something like that. But right now, based on all the markups and how things are, everything is crazy. Depending where you go, I've seen this model sell for way more. I've seen it sell for 80 something, which is crazy. Our list price before all the fees was like 72. The MSRP is actually, I think it was 65. And again, you save a little bit if you get the smaller 18-inch factories, because those my 20 factories that I had on the last Tahoe, that's like a $1,500 upgrade. The 22s is probably another couple thousand or so or more. So you can save a little bit by getting those smaller wheels, especially if you know you're not gonna keep them. I mean, I still have them. Let me show them to you real quick. One thing I did change, they're actually right here. And I did change them center caps to black. They're not bad. They're good all season tires, but you know what I'm saying? The reason I'm gonna keep them, even though I wish they were at least 20s, the reason I'm gonna keep them is because if I have to go to a dealer or I gotta do some major work and I gotta leave my car, I'd rather leave it non-customized looking. I don't need people judging me, you know what I'm saying? It happened before. When people judge you like that, it affects their way they work and the way they treat you. Just like if you go into a store and you look like you ain't got no money, it's sad to say, but salespeople treat you like that, like you ain't got no money and they don't even know what's up. Or you look like you got money and they treat you like they can get over on you because they think you got a lot of money. So it just all depends on who you end up working with. This is why I don't like salespeople. And the thing of it is, nowadays at the shops now, they get commissions too. So it's just like they're salesmen in a sense now. So it's like hard for me to trust a lot of people. So I end up doing a lot of stuff myself, not because I'm necessarily cheap. I do enjoy it to some degree. But it's just like, I don't want to get ripped off. You know what I'm saying? I understand everything's a business. Everybody got to make money. But at the end of the day, we can all win. You just ain't got to rip me off. I want to be able to come back. Don't burn me so I can't afford to come back every time there's something wrong. You know, so that's the problem with the world now. Everybody want to be stingy and greedy and take the most out of people in every transaction, which I don't think is necessary. That's just me. So I'm out of breath, I think, because it's so cold in here. This jack right here, the crazy thing is I took this off I'm glad I got the low profile and long reach, because the mounting points here, or the jack points, are a little further in. I had to push the jack underneath the car and go to the other side and hold it at an angle and barely get the wheels off, but I actually had enough room to do it. I wish in the future I have a garage with one door. That way I can pull in the middle and easily make room if I wanted to do a video or something like that. But I mean, this channel now is basically just about my life and what I want to show you, obviously. But there's a lot of things that I do outside of certain things you may watch my videos for. Some of them is working on cars, doing little custom stuff like what I did here. Just little things, you know what I mean? I've done tried to tint my own windows before, did all kind of different things. And these things I want to share, but I couldn't share before because I was always in an outside environment where it was very hard for me to film and be calm and not worry about people walking by or stealing my gear when it's outside or some issues or whatever. Now I'm in this garage. I have a garage, so I'm able to do certain things. Even now, I don't have a setup in here because I didn't want to take that much time, but at least I'm recording it, you know what I'm saying? I did a lot of stuff on my phone, but I didn't have a mic hooked to it at all, so the audio was real horrible. The quality on the mic might not even be that good here, but at least I have a lavalier plugged to this GoPro, and I didn't even use this GoPro, and this is the newest one. It ain't, I forgot what is this, the 10 or 11, or I don't even know what it's called, whatever the latest one is. First time I'm recording on it, and I got this little mount here that you can actually, look at this. I can actually magnetize this joint. Oh, hold on. Let me spin this joint. You can spin it. I'm really out of breath, man. It's crazy. I'm trying to do this without touching the lens. Or is it this way? Let me see. Oops. All right, well, I actually can't tilt it all the way. Shit, I don't want to drop it. There you go. So look, I can actually magnetize the joint. I can talk. I got to kind of bend down, but it's on the garage door. It does magnetize enough to hold it. There you go. I'm in my pajama pants, my polo joints, the polo slippers, trying to be warm as possible in the garage. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So with that being said, make sure you do everything at top level. Your top level, remember, you're no competition with anybody except yourself. So make sure your next move is your best move, or at least your better move. With that being said, until next time, be safe.